Pokemon Go Ahead? It's your boy Cheeklay, and today we're gonna go through details on some events that were announced earlier this week. And we're just gonna go ahead and jump into one of those right now because this event is gonna start this Sunday. This event is called the Sparring Partners Raid Day, and it's gonna be this Sunday, April 13th from 2 to 5 p.m. local time. Mega Heracross, Hariyama, and Scraggy will all be in raids during this 3-hour period. Also, the featured Pokemon that we just mentioned during this event and afterwards will learn the exclusive move Upper Hand. In trainer battles, it will be a 70 power move, and it will make the opposing Pokemon lower its defense by 1 stage, and then it's just 50 power in gyms and raids. So I don't even know how good it is and how much impact it's gonna be in general, because I've never heard of this move until this was announced. We have some bonuses, such as a 20 remote raid pass limit from Saturday, April 12th at 5 p.m. all the way through Sunday, April 13th at 8 p.m. local time, which means you have a grand total of 40 remote raids during the entire weekend. You also get 5 free additional raid passes, making a grand total of 6 if you spin Photo Disc at gyms. And then of course, you get an increased chance to encounter Shiny Heracross, Shiny Hariyama, and Shiny Scraggy. If you buy a $5 event ticket, you're also going to be granted some additional bonuses, such as 8 additional free raid passes, meaning you get a grand total of 14 for this event. You also get an increased chance to get Rare Candy XL from raid battles, 50% more XP from raid battles, and 2 times Stardust from raid battles. But that's only when you're playing from 2 to 5 p.m. local time in your area. And finally, there is a free time research that if you complete it, you'll be able to be granted 10,000 Stardust. You also get a bonus of 1,000 additional Stardust from completing a raid battle for a total of 2,000 or 3,000 if you buy the $5 event ticket. They picked some interesting Pokemon for this event. Mega Heracross is going to be the #1 reason you're going to want to do this raid day, because 1, it only came out last year during its raid day, and it was not seen a lot ever since. You probably don't have the Mega Energy, or you're probably waiting for that Heracross to be in your Pokedex, or you still don't have the Shiny. Whatever the reason is, Mega Heracross is going to be something you're going to want to prioritize. Hariyama is interesting because it's going to be Shiny available in raids. Normally, the way how you get Shiny Hariyama is if you evolve Shiny Makuhita, if you're lucky to encounter it, and then you get the Shiny Hariyama. So getting Shiny Hariyama in raids, that's going to be interesting. Also, Scraggy is considered rare in general. It's featured in 12-kilometer eggs or Go Battle League encounters. It's not a common spawn. Sometimes it will spawn in events or be in raids. So having an increased chance to get a Shiny Scraggy from a raid, you could just use free raid passes. You don't need to use any remotes on this one because you could just solo it. So overall, I think this is an interesting mix of raid bosses for this event. It was something I was not expecting. Next, we have Dynamax Entei Max Battle Weekend. This is going to be on Saturday, April 26th at 6 a.m. through Sunday, April 27th at 9 p.m. local time. Dynamax Entei will be making its Dynamax debut, and if you're lucky, you may get a Shiny Dynamax Entei. I think it's going to be a good fire type, but I think Gigantamax Charizard is going to be better. But let's go ahead and continue. The following bonuses will include the max particle collection limit being increased to 1,600. You also get 1/4 adventuring distance to receive max particles. Power spots will refresh more frequently, so I think it's like every 30 minutes. I think. And finally, 8 times max particles from power spots. Just to let you guys know, it only requires 4 trainers per battle, and you guys can take it down easily, but as long as you strategize. It's not a Gigantamax Pokemon. You don't need a field of like 30 plus trainers. It's just only 4 because it's a Dynamax Pokemon. Also, the following bonus will be active from Monday, April 21st at 6 a.m. to Sunday, April 27th at 9 p.m. local time. And that bonus is 3/4 max particle cost for unlocking and powering up max moves. There will also be a free time research that once you complete it, you'll get some rewards, including an encounter with Dynamax Sobble. And finally, we have details on a brand new event called Sweet Discoveries. And oh my gosh, these details are going to be so good. You know what they say? An apple a day keeps a trainer going out more to play. Or something about apples. This event will be on Thursday, April 24th at 10 a.m. to Tuesday, April 29th at 8 p.m. local time. There are a lot of bonuses for this event. They include 2 times candy for catching Pokemon, increased chance to encounter shiny Delibird and shiny Squirtle, increased chance to hatch shiny Delibird, shiny Cherubi, and shiny Squirtle. You also can catch Delibird and Squirtle in the wild, and if you do, they might carry berries. You also get an increased chance for apples to appear in Mossy Lure modules. We'll talk about that in a second. And finally, you get 1 half egg hatch distance for the first 3 eggs hatched using the Pokemon Go egg hatching widget. Like you saw in that picture, Applin and its evolutions Appleton and Flapple will be debuting in Pokemon Go. You need to get 200 Applin candy and 20 tart apples to get the evolution Flapple. Also, if you're going to get the Appleton, you need 200 Applin candy and a total of 20 sweet apples to get the evolution Appleton. How do you get these apples? Well, let's explain. Remember back during the April Fool's event, there were Pokeballs everywhere, and it was randomized for either just Pokeballs or Voltorb or Fungus? Well, it's kind of the same idea, but with apples. Beginning during the Sweet Discovery event, you may discover apples in the wild. If you're very lucky, tapping on them will award sweet apples, tart apples, or encounters with Pokemon including Applin, if you're lucky. Also, apples will have an increased chance of appearing at Mossy Lure modules. So if you have a bunch of Mossy Lure modules, this is a great opportunity to light them up on those Pokestops nearby your area and go for a virtual apple picking. And of course, we have some wild spawns, and there are a lot. We have Alolan Rattata, Abra, Bellsprout, Delibird, Gulpin, Bidoof, Munna, Bouncewee, and Squirtle, and some trainers might encounter Snorlax, Shuckle, Kamala, and Applin. Keep in mind that Applin is only going to appear as an apple in the wild. Or is it really an Applin? It could be a sweet apple, it could be a tart apple. You never know. In 7-kilometer eggs, you're going to be able to hatch Delibird, Cherubi, Munchlax, and Squirtle. Everything except for Munchlax can be shiny boosted, but you still have some chances to get a shiny Munchlax. Complete field research tasks to earn Stardust and encounters with event-themed Pokemon. There is a time research that you can get where you can be able to be rewarded 1 Mossy Lure module, 1 tart apple, 1 sweet apple, and encounters with event-themed Pokemon. And finally, there is a $2 pay time research that once you complete it, you'll be granted rewards such as 2 Mossy Lure modules and encounters with event-themed Pokemon including Delibird, Squirtle, Applin, and much more. Couple things I love about this event. Number 1, I love how there are so many bonuses that are focusing around apples. I love this concept where you're just picking up some apples and you don't even know if it's an item or a Pokemon. Just kind of like with the April Fool's event that we recently had, that you either get a Pokeball or like a Voltorb encounter or a Fungus encounter or an Electrode, etc. I love this new gimmick that they're having in Pokemon Go, and it's just going to be really fun to just virtually pick up apples and everything. Or an Applin, you never know. I love how there are so many shiny boosted Pokemon in eggs and in the wild. Also, we talked about apples, but we need to talk about Applin alone. It's making its Pokemon Go debut. It is a grass dragon type. I know, looks can be deceiving. It also has an extra evolution called Diplin, and it evolves even further to Hydrapple, but those are unfortunately not going to be during this event. I think in the future when we get like an Applin Community Day or another event, we might see this, but just not right now. So yeah, let us know in the comments below your thoughts about these events. Also, we are going to be playing the Sparring Partners Raid Day on Sunday, so make sure you subscribe and hit the bell so you can be the first to check out my videos. And also let us know in the comments below your thoughts about the Sweet Discoveries event. This event is sounding pretty sweet. No pun intended. It's juicy content. Also, no pun intended. It is such a hardcore event. Also, no pun intended. Okay, anyway, that's all the time we have. We'll see you guys next time. Peace out.